The routines just make your life easier. That's basically what I'm saying here. Hey, and welcome to today's video where we are going to talk about routines and how and why I use routines and what I did to create routines that actually last. Now, this weekend, I got a comment from somebody who saw my videos and they said that my life looked so relaxed and I must have such a peaceful, slow, simple life. And even though I am extremely glad that that is how I come across, that is not my life. I have a lot of things going on, and even though I love all the things that I'm doing, it doesn't mean that my life is very relaxed and I don't have a lot of things going on. And the reason that it looks very peaceful and it looks easy maybe is because I have a bunch of routines in place that help me to stay on track, that help me to make sure that everything that I do or that I need to get done gets done. So today I wanted to just walk you through some of my routines and how I actually decided on the routines and what I add to my routines in order to make it become more effective. Now, for those that do not know me yet, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Stephanie. I'm a mama to 3 kids. I'm a wife, and we've been married for almost 12 and a half years. And I love being a homemaker. I love being at home, and I'm a true homebody. I love making videos about that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe, put that notification bell on, and let's get started. Okay, so first up, why do you actually need routines? Well, a routine is something that is going to help you to do all the things that you need to do without having certain time limits to it, and just having a certain flow in your day. And what I love about routines is that I just do all the things and I don't have to look at the time. I just do the things that needs to get done. And before you know it, it's the end of the day. I did everything that I needed to do and I didn't feel stressed or wasn't on a time limit. I just did what needed to get done. And I really love that because first off, I don't like to be stressed. I don't like to be pushed to a certain time point where I need to get something done. And I like to have a little bit of a flexibility in my day-to-day life because I really love just having that flexibility with the children. We have 3 children and just having children needs you to be a bit flexible. You never know what's gonna happen with kids. So I don't really like having very certain times where I need to do something. Yes, we occasionally have appointments and things like that, but when it comes to all the daily tasks that I need to do, I don't like to have it all set in stone. I just like to follow my routine. So that is why I love routines. And what I basically do is I just make sure that I have certain times in my day where a new routine starts. Now, for those that do not follow me on Instagram or that haven't read my blog yet, I love working with the block schedule system because it really allows you to work with routines. So my morning block preferably starts at 5 a.m. Doesn't always happen, but 5 a.m. is the goal. And then it runs up until about 8 o'clock when my husband has just left for work. And in that block, we have a certain routine. So we wake up at 5, I brush my teeth, I get dressed, I put my makeup on, I go downstairs, I read my Bible, I maybe do some work depending on how long it took me to get my makeup on, for example. Sometimes I work in the morning, then I go back upstairs, I get the kids ready, I get them dressed, brush their teeth, do all those things. Then we go back downstairs, we have our breakfast, all those things. Those are my morning routine. And what I love about it is I get dressed, I get my makeup done, and then I go downstairs to read my Bible. But I'm not gonna put timers on just because I need to have my makeup on at 5:15, for example. I do the things when I come downstairs. Sometimes it's 5:30, sometimes it's 5:15, sometimes it's 5:35. It doesn't really matter as long as I do all the things. And that is why I put my work at the end of my downstairs time, so to speak, because what I think is most important is reading my Bible. And if I don't get to working and I don't get to doing a few things for my job, then that's okay because it doesn't have to happen in the morning. It can also happen during nap time and it can also happen at night. But reading my Bible first thing in the morning is something that I really do love. So in my routines, I make sure that the things that need to get done are at the front of my routine, and then the things that I would like to get done are more towards the back. So if I don't get to it, that's okay. So that is what I basically do with my routines. So another routine that we have is, for example, our school routine. So what we do is around 9 o'clock, we do our morning basket. So we read our Bible, we do our memory verse, We do science or sometimes history, depending on what day it is. And then from there, they get about an hour of recess. Then we do our sit-down work at the table, we do our language arts, we do our math, and that is something that is similar every single day. And that actually makes it a lot easier for the children to know what is coming, because basically everybody thrives on a routine. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but everybody thrives on a routine. It's really good for your brain to know, okay, the next thing that is coming is more schoolwork. I don't have to whine, I don't have to complain, I don't have to ask if I can do certain things. No, my children know you get an hour of recess. After that, we do school. That is just how we do things. And so you don't really have to ask me anything because you know what's coming. And that is something that is really good for your brain, because it means that you don't have to think about a lot of things. You can just go about your day. And I do have a planner that I put some to-do items on, but I don't really have to think about a lot of the things that I'm doing because it's so into my system that the routines just make your life easier. That's basically what I'm saying here. Another thing that I have systems for is my homemaking. And that is another thing that I wanted to mention today, because homemaking can be something that can feel so big and can feel so hard, but it doesn't have to be hard. If you just do your load of laundry every single day, so part of my morning routine is put a load of laundry in the washing machine. I don't have to think about it. Laundry is not a big deal anymore. I go upstairs, put it in the washing machine, turn it on, go back downstairs. That is it. It doesn't take me more than 2 minutes. Just put it in and you're done. And because I'm constantly doing that, I don't have to think about it. It doesn't take me that long. And I do have my laundry going all the time. So I never have to worry about if there is any laundry in my closets and if my children have anything to wear and things like that, because it is part of my routine and it's part of the system. So that is something that really is going to help you a lot in your homemaking. And that is also with, I don't know, cleaning the toilet. If you have, if you've ever heard about Fly Lady, that is actually something that she mentions as well. And for example, cleaning your toilet is something that if you just do it every single day, if you do a quick swish and swipe, as Fly Lady calls it, then it's not that hard. You just clean your toilet. It takes you 5 minutes max. It literally just takes you a few minutes. You clean your toilet, go back with your day, do all the things that you need to get done. And it literally just took you a few minutes. Instead of having to do a deep clean once or twice a week, that is going to take you 15 minutes. You can just do it 1 or 2 minutes every single day. You don't ever have to basically do a deep clean, because if you just keep cleaning it every single day, it stays clean. So having routines is really going to help you a lot as a homemaker, and you can apply it to almost everything in your home. If it is in your system to always think about what's for dinner for tonight, you never have to think about what's for dinner at 4 o'clock, because you thought about it in the morning. It was part of your routine to thaw the meat or whatever it is that you need to get done for your dinner. It is something that you always do every single morning, so you don't have to think about it. And that is something that is really, like I said, it's going to save you so much time in your homemaking. And one thing that I really love to do is add a few things onto my routine that are just making sense during that time block, for example. So let's say we're doing schoolwork and I want to start reading a proverb every single day with our children. It just makes sense to put it into our morning basket time, because that is the time where we're already sitting down, we're already reading our Bible. So one thing that I can just add onto it is reading a proverb every single day. It's not that hard, it doesn't take that long, and I can just do it during that time. Or when I say I want to start baking every single week, for example. One thing that you can do is add it onto a certain time block where you already do things in the kitchen. So for example, if you're a meal prepper, every Saturday you are prepping your meals for the entire week. You prep whatever can be prepped. Why not add baking to that block and bake your banana bread or bake your cake or whatever it is that you want to bake? Do that during the time that you're already in the kitchen. That is going to make it so much easier. Another thing could be when you want to do your laundry. If you, for example, every morning you brush your teeth, you get dressed, go upstairs. If that is something that you always do, then why not add laundry to that and say, okay, I go upstairs. So what I'm gonna do right now is every time I go upstairs and I go into the laundry room, I'm gonna bring my load of laundry, and that is the time where I'm gonna do my load of laundry. You're already going upstairs, you already have that into your system. So stacking another habit on top is gonna make it so much easier. And that is called habit stacking. And it's so easy to add a new habit on top because it's something that you're already doing. For example, right now, I really want to add a lot more healthy habits into my day-to-day life because I'm not that healthy. I am not that great about it. So what I really want to do is I want to add some healthy habits into my system. So for example, I know every single morning I will have a cup of coffee. So what did I do? I said, okay, I'm gonna habit stack drinking water to drinking coffee. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink my cup of water first, and then I can have my cup of coffee. So I'm habit stacking that to each other. So my cup of coffee is actually a trigger into my brain saying, hey, this cup of coffee was actually linked to drinking water. So make sure you drink your water before you have your coffee. If you want to take your daily supplements, but you keep forgetting, stack it onto a habit that you're already doing. So for me, I usually take my vitamins and my supplements when I'm in the kitchen because that is a spot where I'm always at, basically. And I just know every evening I need to grab that when I grab my cup of tea for the night, because that is something I always do, and I can just add my supplements in there. So anyway, that is something that I really love to do. Just make sure that you have a bunch of routines in place that are gonna help you to make your life a lot easier. So I really hope that that is something that is helpful to you, that it's gonna be beneficial to you, because especially as a homemaker, there's so many things that we have to do, but a lot of things just slip through the cracks because we don't have a very good system in place to make sure that everything gets done. So anyway, I really hope that was helpful to you. And if it was, give it a like, and I would love to see you in my next video because we have a ton of good videos coming out in October, and it's gonna be amazing. So I would love to have you here, and I will see you in my next video.